Hey there, everybody. I hope you're having an amazing day or afternoon or night, whenever you're watching this. But it is time for another teachable moment. So I'm trying different things out here with sound, with lighting. Let me know what you think. It still may be a little bit echoey. That's because this room is echoey, so we can figure that out. But today is a topic that we're going to all need to be mature. And when I say we all need to be mature, I'm pretty much talking about myself. So when you are paralyzed, and again, I'm going to talk about myself because there are other injuries that are higher and there are other injuries that are lower, and those things are a little bit different in how our bodies work, right? So think about this. I am paralyzed from my belly button down. Think of all the goodies that are below your belly button. And how do they work if you're paralyzed? Because remember, I'm not just paralyzed on the outside, I'm also paralyzed on the inside. So when I eat something, it takes longer for it to digest because my diaphragm is partially paralyzed, which is why my asthma may sound a little bit worse from time to time. My stomach is partially paralyzed. I do not have gastroparesis, a completely different thing, which is just awful. And my intestines also don't move as well, and my bladder. So we're going to start there with your neurogenic bladder. So neurogenic bladder just basically means that it doesn't really work very well anymore. So you're going to need to give it assistance. For me, I do not feel when I have to go to the bathroom, number one or number two. We're going to talk about both today. But let's talk about the first one. So what do paraplegics, quadriplegics, tetraplegics do when they have to go to the bathroom? So basically, you're on a timer. So for me, I would wake up in the morning and I would go tinkle just like every other normal human being, right? And then I would go through my day. I would have a cup of coffee and then I would go work out. What I found out was in the morning after coffee, I needed to wait 3 hours. Otherwise, we were going to have tinkle all over. So again, if I don't empty my bladder, it's going to get full and it's going to need to do something. So it just releases itself if we don't do something. So I was on a timer every 4 to 6 hours. Kind of depending upon how much you drink, and you get used to it as time goes on. So when I'm talking about all of this, yes, it can sound daunting, but let's just take it one piece at a time. You're talking about the ADHD queen, right? ADHD. I said that right? ADHD. So we're going to take it step by step. So what are you going to do? You wake up in the morning and you got to go tinkle. So what you're going to do is you're either going to wash your hands or you're going to use like Purell or go to Bath and Body Works and get something that smells delicious. Put it on your hands, right? Then what I would do, because the catheter that I would use, is I would push my chair right up to the toilet, one leg on either side, pull my pants down, squish down onto the bottom of my chair, and then I would use these little things. So they are just wipes, kind of alcohol, but not as severe. And you're going to wipe the area. Okay, then you would use the catheter of your choice. Most of the time what I did was I used this one. And you're like, that's long. It's because it's for a boy. Boys' urethras are a lot longer than girls. Anatomy lessons, kids. So I would use this one. I'll show you what it looks like. So I would unpeel it. I would grab this little blue thing right here. Pull it down. Take it out of here. Push this down and then put this part into your urethra. You would tinkle out of this end, okay? I use this blue thing so that I'm not touching this because that's how you can get infections. So I would hold on to it, and as soon as you're done tinkling, you pull it out, throw it away. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Then you pull your pants up, scooch back up, and go about your day. Now, at night, I would use a different catheter because I would be in my shower chair, which we're going to talk about in a minute. So I would use something like this. The reason I would use something shorter for a women's urethra, if you think about it, when I'm going tinkle all day long and I'm pushing up against the toilet and I'm kind of leaning backwards, if you think about your bladder kind of almost like a wine bottle, right? And you've got the sediment in there. So if all day long I am only going to this point and I'm not getting my bladder all the way up and down to get all that sediment out, we're going to have that. So I would use this at night, okay? So I would be in my shower chair. I would do my things, and then I would take this out as I'm sitting straight up and down so that wine bottle can get that sediment out. Same thing, tinkle out of there, and as soon as it's done, you put it back in here, close it up, throw it away. Now, this one right here, this is pretty cool. These are the ones that they showed us in the hospital. And they're pretty good for if you're on an airplane or something like that and you don't want to ask them to get the chair to bring you to the bathroom. So this is so cool. Has a bag on the end, right? So if you're traveling, can't get up to use the ladies, watch this. And you pee in the bag. And then when you're done, you just put this on, throw it away. Now you can empty this out. So you can just kind of tear it off, empty it out. But if you're on a long flight, you take this, stick it in the airsick bag, and you're fine. And you throw it away. Now, I have got something different. I have got what is called a suprapubic catheter. What has happened is when you introduce catheters into your urethra, you are always introducing germs. So your likelihood of getting a UTI, urinary tract infection, is a lot higher than the normal average person. So I got a lot of them. I had strictures, which means it was closing up of my urethra. So I was having a hard time getting those catheters in. So what they did was, it was a procedure, and I did it in interventional radiology. So they had, the x-ray there the whole time. And right above my pubic bone, they poked a hole all the way through my bladder. And that's how I go tinkle. Every day, in the morning, and these are sealed safe. These ones are like sterile. So you open one of these, very loud, sorry. Go this. Oh, wait. And this is what it looks like. There's a tube. Okay. And it goes all the way down to a bag. So this goes into the tube that is in my belly. So it goes, and then it just drains in there all day long. I can empty it as many times as I want to, but at the end of the day, because this is sterile, as soon as you're done with it, you're ready to go to bed, you take this off and you throw it away. So what do you do at night, right? Well, you get another bag. Again, this one is sterile. Some of them that are not sterile, what you would want to do is every time that you take your bag off, you would put 1 part white vinegar and 2 parts warm water. Shake it up, and then let it drain after 20 minutes, and you have got a clean bag. I use those a lot because when you travel with a lot of equipment, it gets to be a lot. And we'll go over that for sure. We'll open it up. Throw it away. So this is a bigger bag. Okay, so this holds 200 milliliters of liquid. It has a longer tube because what you do is you put this one on, stick it in the tube, and then this one, there are hooks, and you hook it onto your bed, and there you go. And after the morning with this one, what you do is you just throw it away. Okay, so there you go. So that is how you go tinkle. But now there's another problem because your bowels are running slower. You also cannot feel when you have to go to the bathroom. So what do you do? Well, some scientists have come up with a very fancy way for us to go to the bathroom. I'll be right back. And I'm back. So this very fancy way to go to the bathroom, people do it different ways, okay? So here is what I use. This is going to remind you if you've done a colonoscopy. This is the colonoscopy prep. I use one of these at night. It's called a magic bullet, just like this, right? You put a little lubrication on there and you stick her on up. Then I wait 23 minutes. Why 23 minutes? Why not 20 minutes? Why not 25 minutes? Because I've done this a lot, and 23 minutes is the time that I like. Then what I do is we put rubber gloves on. This is so cute. It's so sexy. Thank goodness I was already married. Men around the country just shuddered. No! All right. So what we do is I put 2 on this hand. Oh, this is way too much information, and I really hope that you guys are all ready for this, okay? So I've got my hand double gloved. And what I do is I take the lube again, put a little bit on my finger. You know where I'm going with this. I do some digital stimulation, okay? And then take off one glove and you do it again. Okay, you do it until you have 3 clean gloves. I know this sounds terrible, but that's what this shower chair is for. That's what it's for. So it has that hole right there in the middle. So that's where you put your booty, you do all your stuff, and you can also wash your undercarriage in the shower, because I have wheels, so I can go straight from the queen room, that I call it, right into the shower and shower it up. So that is how you do it. There are different ways that different people do it. Some people, instead of using this magic bullet, they will do things that are called enemas, and you just stick them, use them. That works great. Some people, there are different pieces of equipment that will basically give you a colonoscopy every night. So talk about cleaning your whistle. Anyway, so that is how we do it. It is something that we have to think about. It's a lot of things that we have to carry around. And again, when I say that we don't feel things, we also sometimes carry around extra pairs of pants, because let's say you go to a bad sushi restaurant, you get some bad mackerel. I don't know. It's not going to be good, so you're going to need to change your pants. Also, I bring gloves with me as well, just in case that happens. Things happen. People go to the bathroom, and that's how we do it. I hope that that gave you a little bit of insight into being paralyzed. Not the most fun thing, not the sexiest thing to talk about, but it is something that we need to talk about. And I am so glad that you guys wanted to share your day with me and talk about this and learn about this. It really is kind of interesting the way that the body works. And the reason that we do that every 4 hours and we call it the Bowel program, is because it trains your body to go when you want it to go. So hopefully nothing will happen. We all cross our fingers. All right, you guys, have an awesome day. Make sure you are very, very kind to yourself, and make sure that you are kind to others, because we are all fighting a battle that nobody knows about, right? Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.